This is a series of 100 films about Japanese foods that I've eaten, and this is a film about what Japanese parents give to their children instead of Coca-Cola. To understand Asia is to understand tea. I'll be honest with you, I had a transformation when I lived in Japan. Sumei Tai. Before I moved there back in the 2000s, coffee was a big thing for me and people I knew. When you move to Asia, getting a good cup of coffee I found really hard. Sumei Tai. One of the reasons for that is that they just have a huge selection of tea. There's a place in the mall above Evetts Station where I used to live, and it's a kiosk selling loose tea. One of them I sampled was $38 per 100 grams. I mean, can you believe that? Sumei Tai. The thing is, no one in their right mind would drink expensive tea like that all the time unless you're rich and foolish. They're not all laced with rose petals and hibiscus. Every convenience store in Japan has a huge selection of teas. In a previous film, I told you how my favorite was cold green tea, but you can also get oolong tea. It's completely unsweetened and it has a brisk, earthy flavor. It's stronger than green tea, but it goes down really well when you're eating fatty foods. And you can also mix it with alcohol. The oolong cocktail is a staple of izakaya menus in Japan. Then there's jasmine tea, which has a sort of a flowery flavor. I'm not a huge fan of this one. The flavor comes too close to cheap perfume for me, and it's kind of girly. Now, these are all unsweetened teas. If you desperately need sugar in your drink, you can always buy, that's right, royal milk tea. It has sugar and milk. I don't know why it's royal, maybe because it's like how the English drink their tea and they have royalty. Well, my friends love it. For most people where I'm from, tea is seen as a calming beverage where you sit down and have a nice slow chit-chat. In Japan, tea is something you have on the go. They've figured out how to package it so you can take it everywhere, and except for lemon or royal milk tea, they never add any sugar to these things. So it's healthy for you. Why will my friends hate it? Most of these teas don't have sugar, so they can be an acquired taste. It took me a long time to get used to oolong and green tea, and I'm still not all that fond of jasmine tea. Too much like cheap perfume. Where can I get it? Everywhere. If you're new to Japan, you'll probably want to start in Tokyo at Shinjuku Station. There's a Family Mart convenience store just outside the D4 exit. Keep in mind by the time you're watching this information may be out of date. The word of the day. The word of the day is Sumei Tai. It means cold. The tsu mora is one of the hardest for English speakers to pronounce. It exists in English, but not as an actual letter. And Sumei Tai is only used to modify things like cold tea, cold beer, cold people. Never use it with weather. As always, feel free to watch this film 10 more times and repeat along with me. At least that's what I do. Until next time. So that's it until next time, when I explain how you can get drunk for less than the hourly minimum wage in Tokyo. So until then, sayonara.